Hello, old friend. It has been a long time since we last met. Is that so? Is this how it finally ends? You know, I am so tired. For 2,000 years I have walked the world, watched it change and protected it from those monsters that threatened it. Monsters like me. Era after era I have been chased. I have been hunted. And now they have finally succeeded. You want to know how it started? In the depths of the wake, between the real world and the dreams. Every 7 years, I would go to visit a person's grave. Someone who reminded me that I too had once been human. However, when I last stood before that tomb, there was someone else waiting for me there. Go away.
You are not an easy one to find, creature. Soon, this place will become your grave as well.
I am neither your enemy, nor the enemy of mankind, Inquisitor. Do not try it.
I am afraid that will not be possible, Immortal.
As you wish. Be careful, Inquisitor. I will try to restrain myself, but you humans are fragile.
What absurd power!
Try to delay him as much as possible. I'll get the others.
That will not be necessary. He is not going to get out of here. This is not over yet, Immortal.
You'd better move quick. They're trying to trap you in this dimension.
I guess you are the one sealing the path, right? You are powerful, I admit it, but you cannot win.
Who knows? This has nothing to do with winning or losing.
You are late, Immortal. The exit portal is sealed. You will not escape from this place.
Retreat, Inquisitor. I do not know what you think you know about me, but you are wrong. I am not the monster you have been told I am, and I do not wish to fight you.
You are the one who does not understand. This is more than a mere monster hunt. I would try to explain it to you, but you would not be able to understand the importance of your role in what is about to begin.
Fool.
Sorry I'm late, Malakir. Let me give it a try.
Step aside, De La Vega. Now it's my turn.
Enough! Separately, we do not stand a chance.
That is enough already. You have lost.
Wrong. We have given your executioner enough time to prepare her spell.
Disappear into nothing, creature!
That was suicide. You will not survive, Inquisitor. At least you managed to wound me. Should I congratulate you?
Victory is ours, Immortal. We have your blood.
Your sacrifice will be worthwhile, Malekio.
It's been a long time.
I recognized you before. Do you still use the bodies of the dead to manifest yourself?
Don't you like my new look? It was the closest empty vessel I had on hand. I would have liked something more aesthetically pleasing, but you can't ask for everything, right?
Why are you here?
I don't know all the details, but this attack was not meant to destroy you. I know they have taken exactly what they wanted from you. A sample of your blood. They will use it to free it.
Free it?
You know who I'm talking about. 700 years ago, your blood and that of the first saint was used to seal it. The old enemy. The entity that made all of us, light and darkness, join together to stop it. Baal, the gate of hell.
Nonsense. The Inquisition knows perfectly well what it is capable of. They themselves have taken care to keep the seal of Baal in perfect condition. And even if they wanted to, they would not be able to destroy it.
They think they can control it, use it in some way to prevent the world from falling apart. And we both know that that can't end well, right?
And why should I believe you? A devious, manipulative creature. You only create chaos.
What I hope you believe is that I have as little interest as you in Baal's return. Or at least not like that. Have you forgotten that I helped you to stop it in the past? We share the same goal, again. Do what you see appropriate. I cannot force you to do anything. But we both know what you're going to do, right? See you soon.
He was right. I spent the next months looking for signs of the plans of the Order of Nathaniel. They were turbulent times, and I was able to move easily without attracting attention. Piece by piece, I unraveled that intricate puzzle, and with each discovery I made, the picture became clearer, leading me to the Supreme Inquisitor, Romeo Exet, and to an artifact called the Byblos. I found out that the resurrection ritual would take place on the outskirts of a small town in the mountains called Riulen, but time was against me. I went there as quickly as I could, hoping that I could at least stop it before it was finished. What are you doing here?
Do you really think this is the best time to talk? The ritual is about to begin. Take this. Let me help you a little. You can't say that I just sat idly by and watched.
She was there, the woman in red who had ambushed me months before, and next to her, a huge power, so strong and prideful that he did not even bother to hide it. The bearer of calamities, the Inquisitor who controlled one of the most dangerous creatures in all of creation, the demon known as Ergo Mundus. Lacking a physical form, Ergo could manifest briefly in the world using the bearer's body. Together, they were without a doubt the most powerful agent of the Church, an enemy that not even I could allow myself to underestimate. They seemed to be having some sort of disagreement, but I did not have time to worry about that. The ritual was almost complete. I had to stop them at any cost.
Oh, but you will, my dear. Everything is about to begin. Ugh! You should not be!
Who are you?
Baby, this guy's no joke. His power is too much for you.
I know.
Awesome. Usually I would resent your failure, but it has been so spectacular thus far that it actually makes me want to applaud.
What are you doing here?
Was completed, and I ended up locked in here like you. Like all of us who were there, I suppose.
Those who were on the platform with the Red Lady.
Ergo Mundus, no more, no less. The ancient Dark Messiah who now serves as the lapdog of the Church. He is not an easy enemy to defeat, not even for you. I can't blame you for not finishing him off on time. I guess he will not be far from here.
What is this place?
We are inside a complex that recreates the one that was used to seal Baal, in its very core. You noticed it, right? This entire site stinks of it. This place is a dimension removed from the real world. You and I could force a way out, but I don't think we could come back.
It is here, in the depths of this dimension. Baal, the gate of memories.
That's right. Still incomplete and weak, although its power keeps growing exponentially. But it is inaccessible to us. We do not have the capacity to reach it.
I feel many more powerful presences here. Some are familiar to me, but at the same time, they are different.
The Order of Nathaniel has summoned the fragments of Baal that were scattered throughout the world, creating shadows of the messengers of the end that were somehow linked to it. They use their memories as links with it. I suppose they want to consume them and feed all that power to their faithful lapdog Ergo. As I see it, there are two possibilities. Either Baal is freed, or they transfer all its power to Ergo and try to control it through him. Romeo Exet, the leader of Nathaniel, wants to make Ergo a kind of instrument of salvation for the world. So, what are we going to do?
Opening a path to Baal is impossible. The Biblos, the book that contains the same blood as the first saint, is essential to them. It is what holds this place together.
Don't be an idiot. You can't destroy the book just like that. Perhaps this place would fall apart, but it could also completely release Baal.
I do not intend to destroy it. If I get enough existential energy linked to Baal and feed it to the Byblos, I could use it to open a path to the foundations of this place. Then I could reach Baal and kill it while it is incomplete. I will look for the messengers that have been recreated. I will find and exterminate them before Ergo feeds on their essences.
Interesting. It could work. I will watch the book and keep it safe. But what if you find Ergo on your way?
If that is the case, I will finish him. This seal, it is connected to the Byblos. If I get the existential energy of the messenger to whom it belongs, I can destroy it, and I will be one step closer to reaching the foundations of the tower. The truth is that at that time, I did not know what to think about the unknown. He was an ancestral entity, some kind of spirit of unknown origin that caused chaos and conflicts. It is possible that he didn't even exist as such, and that his name was no more than a title that various creatures had adopted throughout history. Whatever it was, our roads had already crossed paths in the past. The first time was during the previous war against Baal. At that time, it took the body of a young woman who had just died. I distrusted her instantly. After all, she was a manipulative creature who loved chaos. However, she helped us stop Baal. Without the information she gave us, I don't know if we would have been able to seal it in time. I could not trust the unknown, but his knowledge could be useful again for a second time. Therefore, when he appeared inside Arcane, I considered that the most sensible thing was to tolerate him. After all, in hell, it's good to have the devil on your side. Baal, the Gate of Hell. An appropriate name for a monstrosity that should never have had one. I did not expect to meet it again. The mere thought of it horrified even me. That thing was an amalgam of dead gods and darkness that was born of the collective consciousness of mankind. An idea that became incarnate and then became aware of itself. The pure concept of evil. It had always existed on the plane of ideas, but in the past it tried to become physical and turn the world into hell. We stopped it, imprisoning it in its own dimension from which it could never return. I myself used my blood as part of the seal that kept it away from reality. When I got to that tower, I didn't know it, but everything around me was part of Baal. As an aspect of humanity, it had access to the collective memories, which allowed Baal to create the worlds that reflected the experiences of those who were linked to it. Step by step, it was waking up, and it would be able to materialize. Alone, even I could not be able to stand against Baal this time. I knew I had to stop it before it was too late if I wanted to have a chance. You know, I had never liked the Order of Nathaniel. It was an organization too closely linked to the Inquisition. They were devoting themselves to hunt and destroy supernatural creatures in secret. I can partly understand their reasons. Some of us may be dangerous to the world. I myself have destroyed many of my own, but unlike Nathaniel, I have always been exceptionally selective. And my objectives had only been those that were real threats to people. Nathaniel destroyed any supernatural thing for the mere fact of being one. For them, All were creatures that hid in the shadows. Monsters. Ironically, they were hiding from them. The Order collaborated to stop Baal, so I was even more horrified that they were involved in its resurrection. They knew what it was. If Nathaniel thought they could dominate and use it for their own purposes, they and their leader Romeo were more stupid than I thought. Ergamundus was a problem. I had heard about him. Some called him the Dark Messiah, an entity of unlimited power that in the past was about to cause a war between supernatural creatures and humanity. Our paths never crossed, but as far as I know, he ended up sealed in a book and controlled by Nathaniel's ultimate executor, a lapdog of immeasurable power. Even I wasn't sure I would be able to defeat him if he were completely unleashed. About his bearer, the truth is that I don't know too much. As a child, she had been persecuted by supernatural creatures and lost her family. Somehow, she managed to sign a pact with Ergo to control his power. It is not what I would call a happy childhood. I knew they were in the tower, and that we would meet sooner or later. This seal, it is connected to the Byblos. If I get the existential energy of the messenger to whom it belongs, I can destroy it, and I will be one step closer to reaching the foundations of the tower.
Welcome to this, my humble room. My name is Velez.
Remarkable. I don't know what you are, but just looking at you makes me uneasy.
Calm down, you have nothing to fear. I'm not an enemy. Though I suppose I would not consider myself an ally either. I am neither a memory nor a guest of the tower. You could say I'm a simple intermediary. If you mean the tower, it has many names, but I think that it would be appropriate to call it Arcane. A place where the real world and the dream are part of the same side of the coin. The chamber, as I told you before, is Labyrinthos, my humble home. Me? I'm just a mere intermediary between guests and the world. I am not allowed to interfere. That is what the rules of the existence dictate. I won't help you, nor will I stand in your way. If you are here, you were chosen. Choose what? Your eyes ask, even when your lips have not yet moved. Everything. There are no limits. Such is my task. You can obtain everything or nothing, as long as you exchange it for something of equal value. Of course. They, the same as you, are moving too. Many of them are also invited to Labyrinthos. Or at least, those who are real. But excuse me, I may have already said too much. And I should not ignore the rules. I couldn't say. There are rules, and my limits are inside this room. I can only say that this is an old story that is about to end. A tale that is just waiting for all the actors in the play to be placed where they belong. If what you seek is something material, I have for you a long list of artifacts that perhaps you may find interesting. In return, unless you have something more interesting, I'll be happy to use as currency the fragments of existence of those that you have destroyed.
This entry, it seems that you need some kind of key to access it.